Hey folks, this is Brandon Dunn with Omega Survival School. I'm coming at you today from my workshop, and essentially what we're going to be doing today is the first part of a video series revolving around everyday carry. So what is everyday carry? Shortened, it's EDC. Alright, basically it's a small kit that you're going to have on you at all times. I recommend them because, you know, it's not very prudent or you know, socially acceptable to carry a 6-inch blade, you know, strapped to your waist, a bunch of pouches on your belt, you know, a haversack or whatever with you everywhere you go. It's not really a good idea. One, it makes you a target automatically, because if something does happen, you have stuff, people want that stuff, and they're gonna take it. And our goal is to go as under the radar and as gray man as absolutely possible. Beyond that, you know, an everyday carry revolves around items that you have on you all the time: keychains, purses, clutches, you know, stuff that you can fit on your belt, maybe a weapon like a pistol. It can encompass a whole lot of things, and we're going to break down the philosophy as well as a few things along the way. So when you're trying to focus on creating your everyday carry, you want to focus on a few things, all right, a few common principles. First off, you want it to be accessible, okay? You want it to be something that you can get to easily, that you have it on you all the time, or at least with you the majority of your time. Something that's unobtrusive, i.e., unless you know that, or unless someone knows you have it, they're not going to be able to see or to know that you have some items. And there's some places that you can't take some items, so this unobtrusiveness thing is pretty important. The next thing that you want is, you know, reliability and function. Okay, so when it comes to function, I like to carry some redundancies from my larger kit on my everyday carry. Okay, I like to fit as many of the 5 C's of survivability as possible. That revolves around a combustion device, a cutting device, some type of cordage, some type of cover, and then some type of container or water vessel. Okay, those 5 things. So if we can figure out how to have something similar to those with us or near us at all times, or within easy reach, then we're already living the everyday carry philosophy. And this everyday carry is designed to hold you over in case, again, you're separated from your gear, for either you lost it, been run off your site from a bear, which has happened to me before, you're in a dangerous situation and all you have is what you have on you. So we're going to go over those few things, those principles, and today we're actually going to start out with the keychain kit, what I have on me. Again, I get asked all the time, what is the best survival kit? I always say the one you have with you. So we think about what we're going to have with us most of the time. It's going to be our keys, okay? So let's talk about that, and give me one moment. Let me figure out how to change this. Alright, bushcrafters, so here's my everyday carry kit. This is actually spelled out for you, how to build this exact kit on our Facebook page, Omega Survival School Facebook page. You see my basic keys. Now the cool thing about this thing is it's got a lot of stuff on here, but it's not heavy, so it's not going to damage my starter at all. And let me explain to you what I have on here. So obviously there are my keys. Okay, I've got some the Uncle Bill's sliver gripper. You can get these a lot of places online, ultra fine point. They're a great thing to have. Okay, next thing I have is a large can opener, old school style. P51 I think is this one's designation. This one's got a bottle opener and a large spoon area. Now the interesting thing about this is, worst case scenario, if I lose everything or I break one of my blades over here, I could pound this out, sharpen it against a stone, and actually have another cutting device. I can heat this up without screwing up the temper of my blade on either my multi-tool or the one that I have here, and you know, use it to cauterize wounds. I can also use the little bowl here, not only as a spoon for eating, but also for you know, making poultices and whatnot. Okay, so the next thing we have are 2 cutting devices. these go along the 5 C's. Okay, so I have the DermaSafe saw and the DermaSafe razor knife. Okay, 2 fantastic things to have, ridiculously sharp, they're very cheap, they're lightweight, they're easy to carry, and you can get them in most places. Next thing I have, and forgive me for wobbling this around here, I have my signal ring on here. So I've got an LED flashlight, I have Ultimate Survival Technology safety whistle, and then I have a dog tag. Now I've yet to polish this to the sheen that I want, but essentially what I've done to this is I've drilled a hole through the center. This is a stainless steel dog tag. On one side, let me see if I can get it on here, I've ground to a 90-degree plane so I can use it as a scraper for my ferro rod. On the other, let me see if I can pull, if you can see it. Well, you're not going to be able to see it, but I've coated it in masking tape, and the reason I have is because that one was ground down to a fine edge. So this is not only another cutting device, again a redundancy, because it's all about edge preservation and use. So I have a signal mirror, which is why the hole is drilled in the center of this, so I can use it to flash aerial vehicles, or if I'm in an open area, someone can see me from a pretty good distance away. I've got a cutting edge, and I've got a ferro scraper. So this is a great multi-use tool, and I'm going to show you guys how to make one of these later on. Alright, so in the center, I have my combustion ring. And the combustion ring has a ferro rod. This one, I believe, is 3/8 inches by 2 inches with a lanyard hole. I got this from firesteel.com, and it's a great little thing. Now the reason I picked the 2-inch one, the smaller one, because there is a 3-inch, and I believe there may as well be a 4-inch too. Again, you want unobtrusiveness. You don't need something giant poking out of here, and this is the heaviest part of the entire thing. I can actually guarantee you this is almost as heavy as just about everything else here combined. The next thing I have, and we'll go into what's in this at a later video, this is my 1-minute fire kit. Basically, this has some wet fire cube that's been flaked off into small flakes, mixed in with a cotton ball. So, well, actually, yes, 1 whole cotton ball that's been impregnated with Vaseline. And one of the problems with having in these capsules is you can't get your cotton ball out. Well, the remedy that I found with that is I actually shoved some slivers of fat wood around the outside so I can pull it out. So this thing is going to light, and it's going to take a spark, and it's going to burn for a while with those pieces of fat wood. So if you notice what I have here, I've got it all set up into different categories. I've got combustion, I've got signal with cutting device, light again for signal and low light visibility. These cutting devices for wood processing. I haven't tried it, but they say this can saw through a piece of rebar in 17 minutes. I don't have the physical stamina for that, I can tell you. And I don't take their word for it until I do it for myself. This, I can tell you, is sharp. It's laid me open several times. I can use this for skinning, processing meat, and so forth. And then I have my first aid multi-use. Out here in Texas, everything has spines and it wants to kill you. So these are fantastic for taking out the cactus spurs, or especially glochnids, when you're trying to process cactus and the fruits and whatnot. And then you never know when you're going to happen upon a can. And the cool thing about this is you can pop that bottom off or the top off of that can, make a lid, a broadhead, whatever. There's a lot of cutting devices you can do with that. So this is a great little multifunction tool. And then obviously my keys. So that is the everyday carry keychain kit I carry on my person, again, every single day. So go out, build your own, and understand that this isn't the end-all be-all. There are other types, but this is arguably a very good setup. And again, you could put it in your pocket and no one would know. It's lightweight, it's small, and you really don't have to worry too much about it. So get out there, post your reply videos. Let me see some of the stuff you guys have, and remember to stay dirty. Have a good day, folks.